A door opens. Hello, I'll be with you in a moment. The adventurer looks around for a moment, looking around at the wares before the merchant pops up next to them, startling them a bit. Hello, traveler. How can I help you today? Oh, sorry, didn't mean to spook you there. All right, of course, I didn't. But anyways, what brings you to my humble shop? Perhaps some jewels, blades, magical weapons? I've got a bit of everything, even a few potions if you'd like. Oh, I have things that'll make you 8 feet tall, or things that'll make you 3 feet short. Oh, you're an adventurer, you say. How exciting. I'm assuming you're a little, new to the whole thing. Not that that's a bad thing. I mean, it's not, it's not every adventurer's, time to shine. You have to start somewhere, after all. I mean, there's nothing to be ashamed of. Oh, you are new. Well, fantastic. Um, you should know I happen to offer a first-time adventurer's discount for people like yourself. I understand good armor and the like are a bit pricey in most places. We can think about that more later, though. For now, let me show you some suggestions for some equipment you might be interested in. And if you'd like to tell me about your objective, I could, see if if I have anything that can help for a specific scenario. No guarantees if it's something really out of there, of course, but I'll try my best. Oh, you're from Everglow. Well, that's a pretty far journey. How'd you end up this far north? No, I'm sorry to hear about that. I'd heard that the leaders of Everglow were slowly becoming more corrupt, let's say, but I had no idea they'd even resort to such a thing. So, your family had a debt. Forgive me. Your father had a debt and fled the city. So instead of looking for him, they forced the debt on you? God, that's ridiculous, I swear. And they have the rest of your family as insurance? I'm sorry. You're looking for treasure then, right? Specifically treasure from somewhere near Jet Hollow? Well, I can't imagine you travel this far just for regular old gold. They told you something specific, didn't they? Whoa, yeah, that fits. Treasure from a Dracolich is already hard enough to get, but from that, what have you been told about it? Not much, huh? Well, maybe I can help a little. Ages ago, several attempts were made to kill the Dracolich. One simply called Avarice by anyone who spoke of it, that had resided inside of its cave. In life, the dragon had been consumed with greed, hoarding all they had, and terrorizing nearby towns in order to have their valuables as well. It was never enough, though, and the dragon never wanted to part from their hoard. Even after death, they clung to their valuables. So they performed the ritual to make themselves into a jiryuu, and succeeded, continuing to terrorize people for gold and jewels for millennia. None of the attempts to kill the beast, well, were successful until supposedly the final attempt, where they claimed the beast had finally been slain, but only one person in that group had made it back alive. And not only has that cave been hidden for centuries, it's not certain that they were ever truly defeated. Everyone just took the survivors' word for it. Well, no, the Dracolich didn't attack any more towns, and everyone just wanted to be gone, so I suppose they were willing to believe anything. That was a lot of a story. I'm sorry, but you need to be aware that this can't be an easy task, especially for someone who's never done this before. I mean, I can try to help as best as I can, but if you'd like my advice, and forgive me for speaking so freely, you probably shouldn't jump right into this. I mean, yes, you have a debt and you need to help your family, but you can't really do that if you're dead. You don't even know where to start. No one does. And you can't do this alone. It would be suicide. You understand? Okay, okay, good. The good news is, once you've got what you need here, I know somewhere you can go to find information and possibly people to team up with. Well, the local guild. As for what you need, well, I think the basics will suit you for now, with some extras to be more of a use, of course. Who knows? Adventurers always seem to find some interesting loot on their journeys, one way or another. Let's see, this armor was crafted by the dwarves, maybe some elven lightfoot, or oh, actually, do you prefer melee or ranged weapons, or maybe some spell components or something like that? All right, this one then, and of course a magic ring or two. I've got water breathing, enhanced magic, feather falling, quite a few actually. Take your pick. Oh, I promise you'll be able to afford it. First time's adventurer's discount, right? All right, all right. That is an excellent choice. Those plus the armor and such, I think a fair amount would be, well, whatever you think would be within your means, of course. Yes, I'm serious. That's the discount. So whatever you have in your pockets or whatever you think is reasonable, I'll accept graciously. Some of the greatest adventurers started dirt poor. I mean, I'm not going to be the wealthiest merchant in the world, but I will be the most helpful. Once you've actually gotten more experience and started earning more gold, that's when I'll start charging you more. And you can afford it. I get enough clients who are a bit wealthier, so I can do this for you and others like you without hurting my business. Mhm. The adventurer hands them some gold for the items, thanking them. Hey, no need to thank me. You have a noble cause. I'm pretty good at reading people, and I can tell you have a kind heart. I'm sure you'll do great in your adventures, but please, please don't lose your kind heart. It'll do you more good than you think. All right, now, I promised you a place to find some people so you can talk to or potentially find some adventurers. Well, if I've learned anything from my time as a merchant, the guild hall should be filled right now, and it should be a lot of fun. The traveler and the merchant wave themselves off as they start to walk towards the guild hall. They close the shop behind them as they disappear onto the streets. Several months later, the merchant finds himself stocking shelves, humming to himself. Oh, hello, and welcome to Traveler! Or should I say adventurer now? Oh, what a pleasant surprise! It's been a few months now, hasn't it? I was beginning to get a bit worried, if I'm being honest. Oh, you found a party. Well, that's amazing. I'm glad to hear it. And you look a lot more experienced in the world of adventuring. Please, tell me all about your adventures with your new companions. I'll make some tea if you'd like. Business has been slow today, so I have time, so come, sit. The merchant pulls the adventurer over to sit, before going over to make some tea, humming as they do. A lullaby sort of tune this time. La da 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 da. Oh, thank you. It was a song my mother used to sing to me when I was a child. You know, it would calm me down a lot. A lot of music did that, or similarly, I guess. I actually almost applied to one of the bardic colleges when I was younger, but I found my calling here instead, and I quite enjoy it because, I get to meet lovely people like yourself. But that's enough about me. I want to hear about you. Remember? Whoa, so your first real fight, so to speak, as a team was wow. You were fighting a necromancer? That must have been interesting. I don't have personal experiences with the undead, but I've heard firsthand experiences from other adventurers. Oh, and there was a second one? Oh, they were teaming up. They were trying to raise the dead to take over a village? Oh my god. A giant Minotaur skeleton? What? That must have been exhausting. Power to turn people to stone. Well, at least you made it out of that encounter. I mean, especially if you were all rather new, I'm assuming, of course. Feel free to correct me, but it seems a miracle that you escaped at all. So, a couple of them had fought some small monsters before, but none of them had ever been adventuring, really. Well, they sound like a lovely group of people. And your first real monster, or monsters, is very interesting and uncommon, I'd say. Well, yes, you'd be surprised at the amount of adventurers who, when they go on their first adventures, have been fighting goblins and such. Nothing wrong with that, of course. They'll always be a nuisance to most, but it's always refreshing to hear that others encounter such feral beasts. Of course, of course. Well, I'm sure that those were not your only encounters, yes? You seem like you've had more experience than that now. You seem more confident than before, even if it's just a little bit. Oh, you are? Well, excellent. Well, I'd love to hear about those two. If you'd like, and your party members, I'd love to learn about them a bit. And, you know, your quest that you guys will be overtaking soon. Have you had any luck with that? With the Dracolich? Oh, I'm sorry. If I've asked something or said something I shouldn't have, no. Oh, well, then why do you look so distressed? Ah, I see. Your quest to find the Dracolich's lair hasn't gone as far as you'd hoped. I'm sorry to hear that. You've got a little bit more information though, right? That's good. Your family, are they doing okay? I guessed as much as they can be in that situation. There isn't a deadline for your dad, is there? No? Well, that's good. But I suppose the longer you take, the longer your family are captors, right? I'm sorry I brought it up, but I know you'll be able to get through this, and with any luck, maybe you won't have to risk your life fighting an undead dragon to do so. You're extraordinarily brave, right? I'm not just saying that. Even many seasoned adventurers wouldn't dare to fight a Dracolich. But you were ready to do it as your first encounter, in order to help your family. That's bravery. They will sing stories of great men and women who fight like you, the greatest heroes of a generation. Okay, maybe fighting a big scary monster made of bones on your first mission is a bit of a foolish task, but it's still brave. Brave nonetheless. As I said before, there's no need to thank me. I'm simply a merchant who lets, well, their clientele mouth run its own sometimes. It's only a good thing about 40% of the time. Actually, would you want to get a drink with me at the tavern? We can continue to talk and everything, of course, but I'd like to get you a drink to celebrate what you've accomplished so far, and I'd like to get to know you better. Is that all right? Yes? Excellent. I'll close up the shop and we can go. Like I said, I've been slow today, so I was thinking of closing early anyways. The merchant and the adventurer head out, the merchant locking their shop before turning to the adventurer. Well then, adventurer, shall we be off? Excellent. Like I said, drinks are on me tonight. Look forward to hearing more about your adventures, I guess. Hello, everybody. My name is the Man of Culture. If you like this video, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, consider donating as it funds the channel and everything that I do. Make sure to check out the donation links are in the description, sorry. But also, make sure to check out my Patreon where I'm uploading deliciously spicy content for all of my lovely viewers. And make sure to check out my Twitter if you want to stay up to date on my channel. Also, make sure to check out our lovely Discord where we have a community filled with amazing people who are always there to hang out and always there to take care of each other. Everyone is so amazing. Make sure to go check it out. Finally, JulesDarkness, thank you for being a loyal Tier 3 Patreon subscriber. ace.cries, thank you for being a loyal Tier 3 Patreon subscriber. And Castiel, thank you for being a loyal Tier 3 Patreon subscriber. You guys are all amazing, and I couldn't do what I do without your support. So have a great day. I'm glad to be back.